This is step 3 of building your firebox walls. We're going to find the angle for the back wall. So we already built our first 3 courses. Now we're going to find the angle for the back wall. So what you need to do is you need to follow your job sheet 3 step by step. And it starts on page 32, number 17. So the first thing that number 17 says is place a 4-foot level on wood or concrete floor and draw a line the full length of the level. Measure from the bottom of the line and mark 33 inches. So I'm going to do that here, right on the ground. I have the level. I'm going to mark the full length with the pencil of the level. I'm going to put a mark at the bottom, and that's going to be my first mark, my starting mark. Then it says, draw up or measure up from the bottom 33 inches. We changed that number in this case to 38. That's where the top of the firebox is going to be. So whatever the top of the firebox is going to be, we're going to measure up and we're going to mark that. So I'm going to measure 38 in this case. All right. Marking it using a crow's foot. That's 38 inches. Now that's the first step. Next step. Measure up 11 inches from the bottom, mark, made with level, and mark again. That 11 inches is also different. In this case, it's going to be 14 1/4 because that mark is representing the start of where the angle is, which is 14 1/4 in our case because we laid the brick on end. So I'm going to measure up 14 1/4. This is the start. The top of the 3 courses, the start of the angle. That's 14 1/4. Okay. Next step. If you follow this book step by step, it'll tell you how to do it. Then from there, see, square that 14 1/4 inch mark with a framing square by placing square along the line drawn with a level and drawing a line 4 1/2 inches long. So I'm not going to use a framing square. I'm going to use a speed square. You want to take a look at this? So this is my original line. I put the speed square right on that original line and I square that mark straight out. This is going to represent where we started our firebox walls, and then this is going to be where the angle is going to end up. Okay? Now the next step. We are going to measure back on that line 4 1/2 inches. The 4 1/2 inches represents the bottom of the firebox where we marked, when we marked the inside of our damper, we measured back 4 1/2 inches, and that 4 1/2 inches represents that mark there. Okay? And then what you do is, you make a straight line from that 4 1/2 inch mark to the top with your level, and you can follow it step by step. It shows you right here on D, page 35 of job sheet 3. Place edge of level on the 4 1/2 inch mark, and at the 33 inches, which is now 38, and draw a line. So I'm basically going to put that there, put that there. We're going to mark that. Okay, see that? And that's basically it. That gives us our angle and the slope of the back wall. So this is basically the face of our fire brick on the bottom, and this is going to be the slope that goes all the way up forward. And the way to use that slope is you take your bevel square, and then you're going to put the bottom square end of your bevel square on this line, and then you're going to just bend your bevel square, and you're going to follow that angle, and you're going to tighten your bevel square. And then that's the slope or angle that you need to cut your brick on to meet your the bottom of your damper.